To start, I'm going to take off this plastic cover over here. All you need to do is stick a trim tool in here, preferably plastic so it doesn't scratch the plastic, and pop this away. There we go. This will expose this mounting screw in here, which is a Phillips head. Go ahead and remove that. And you can also go ahead and unplug your window switch. I'm going to use my screwdriver to pry on the locking tab of the connector. Another Phillips head right in here by the door handle. Now you need a strong trim tool. Again, preferably plastic. Stick it behind here and pop off the push clips that hold this door panel on. The reason I say you need a strong one is because these are pretty stiff. There we go. Remove this triangle looking cover here and finish removing the door panel. You can take the door handle, twist it at an angle, slide it through, take the door panel out. We'll need to peel off this vapor barrier, so take it off of the butyl tape and watch out for the butyl tape because it's super sticky, and if it gets on your clothes or your hair, it's going to be tough taking it off. So I'll just peel this down. I'm going to try and unclip this retainer for the wiring harness off the door. That way I can hopefully get the vapor barrier off of here. I'm just actually going to go ahead and unplug this. Now we have access to the two bottom bolts. And let's continue taking this off. If we bring the window up a little bit, you'll see that that bolt is going to line up with this hole so we can remove the window off of the regulator. I'm going to plug in my window switch again, roll the window up. And right there I can see all the mounting bolts. I'm going to start by taking these two off that hold the window onto the regulator, 10mm socket. At this point you can bring the window up like this. Don't mind this, I just have the door handle being held out of the way. And you have multiple options. You can use painter's tape, which I recommend over any other tape if you're going to use tape because it comes off easier, it doesn't leave residue behind. Or you can use suction cups like I am using right now, or anything else that you might have. You could even remove the window if that's what you want, but this is going to be a lot easier and more secure. So make sure that these are nice and snug here. That's going to hold the window very well for you. Now we can move down there and unbolt the regulator from the door. 3 10mm bolts, 2 more up top. Grab it and pull it straight out of the door. Okay, there we go. It's going to be hard to show you, but you have to reach behind here to unplug the window motor because the harness doesn't actually go very far. So once you have it unbolted, you can bring it up a little bit, but not a lot. There we go. See, I can't show you the wiring harness because it ends like right here, but basically just press on the little locking tab, pull the connector off, and there's your regulator and motor. Now take your new window regulator, slide it in, and before I go too far, I'm going to go ahead and reconnect it, if possible. Make sure it clicks, which it does, that's perfect. Now up here where the 2 bolts were, you're going to have to line up these hooks over here to hook onto these holes around the bolt holes, if that makes any sense. Just like that. And you can even start the 2 top bolts in to hold it in securely. Don't tighten them down yet though, because this still needs to move around to line up the bottom. Start in the 3 bottom bolts. All right, now you can snug them down. And these top 2. Now hold the window from underneath, gently release your suction cups or tape or whatever you had holding the window up. Let this down slowly. You don't want it to go fast. You don't want it to break and shatter. And if you need to adjust the window regulator, the new one, go ahead and plug in your window switch and make it so that it's level with the holes so that you can actually mount it. And once you have it lined up, go ahead and put in the 2 bolts. Now go ahead and put the vapor barrier back. Don't forget these 2 wires that went through the cutout. And the butyl tape should still be sticky. If it's not, just use some other tape that you have. Just make sure this is secure onto the door. This just prevents moisture from making its way into your door panel or on the back side of it. Resecure these wires. Don't forget to plug this in. All right, let's get the door panel. Grab your door panel, slide the door handle through, hook this up on the top of the door here, and then line up all the push clips with all of these lined up. Give it a couple bonks and it should fall into place. Resecure the door handle. Reattach the main anchor bolt for the door, or screw, and plug in your window switch. Don't forget this cover. Just snaps in, hook it in at the back, and then press it on. One last thing is this triangle piece. Snap this into place. Perfect.